Salutations, my name is Drunker, and today we are going to be playing another episode of another Eidos of Dragon Vein R. Today we're going to be playing erotic wrestling. There's going to be something different for this one, and that I actually did record erotic wrestling a long time ago. However, the voices are not that synced, so I'm just gonna, it's gonna be kind of weird. I am going to be combining the new voices and the new audio that with the new characters in this one recording. So this might be a little messy, but what isn't messy in the world of Drunker? Yeah. Also, is my mic okay? Okay. Oh my god. So I'll just be filming this one by one and just see if if there's anything wrong with the other audios, and yeah. So we'll start with Dumb Mutt x Dumb Adventure. Not sure what that means, but okay. Get fired up for erotic wrestling. I hope the word erotic isn't so problematic. Oh my god, I have to mute this. I'm so sorry. By the way, this is actually, Rogaru speaking. I don't know why I didn't tell, but yeah. The shady-looking Jesus must be good old Rotart. What the hell is the guy next to him, though? My, so glad that you could make it, Bizbub, Shadow King of Gluttony. Huh. How do you find the world above ground after so long? Sorry, I need to adjust the mic, sorry. It sucks, to be quite frank. The bitterness of defeat is an important opportunity change for the better in a long life like yours. The Jesus rant always had to be so long. What the hell's he going on about this time? Can't we just skip this? I didn't lose. That was so unfair. There wasn't a single factor that should have led to my defeat. See, so you do admit that you were defeated. I hate it when the Geezer acts like this. Seriously annoying as hell. I wasn't defeated. Obsidonia consumed all and engulfed all. Throughout the extensive history, that was its greatest sin of all. Well, others having no interest in consuming one another was also partially to blame for that. Yet in the end, we were defeated. We were already at the end of our ropes because of the Dragon King originally. Anyhow. What was the cause of our defeat though? How exactly did you see it? Ah yes, that's our main topic of discussion, isn't it? 'Tis the bond that you have. I won't let you talk ill of Helion. Simmer down, will you? Lack of composure is what causes someone to lose a one-sided battle. You cursed Helion with eternal starvation and tried to transform him into a greedy, voracious Kerberos. Precisely, I was so close to succeeding. Yet about for a brief moment, Helion rejected gluttony and was able to satisfy his hunger by giving something far more powerful. That's what I really don't understand. What was he given? If there were a magic far more powerful out there, I would have even been the one to devour it all myself. I presume it must have been magic of a bond, not some ordinary bond, but the bond of eternal love. Absurd! I can't stand listening to yet another one of your delusional dramas. No need to go that far. Be on your way now. Consume everything in my manner to your heart's content. You are free to rummage through my vast collection of teas, wines, and meats. Surely you will find something to your liking. That is simply not possible. Either way, I can't even taste anymore. Jeez, he says that he's guzzling food down his throat. I just don't get the guy. Let's just leave that as unsolved for now, shall we? The unknown can be quite exciting. In the past, I only desired the fresh blood of young maidens. Somehow, my taste turned towards the sweat and seed of musty men. The Geezer's taste sure doesn't match mine. Guess it's a good thing we don't compete over the same food. Then again, who knows what tomorrow will bring. For now, it's safe to say that the end of the world has been postponed. We have more than enough time to plan our strategy at Spellthrong to regain our lost glory. Are you willing to collaborate? Why, of course, I am an immortal demon destined to serve you. I have all the time in the world to support that means. Besides, the result of our defeat this time around aren't so mad, wouldn't you say? You have made the right decision to open up the lair and entice the adventurers inside. People must first gather around your dragon vein. Who would have guessed that the all-consuming gluttony would be the one offering a path to others? That's because I was asked to by Helion and Kafka. Those guys were saying how I was like a string which ties our fate together that is both inauspiciously dark as it is auspiciously bright, or some tangent like that. It really pisses me off hearing that. There was just something about them that made me unable to say no. The reason for that would be that they are undoubtedly of a pure Obsidonian bloodline. They have mastered the art of winning through mediation. This is emblematic for how the outside has changed during our eternal lifespan. That itself poses no problem, as even you have begun to accept those changes. Consuming everything doesn't make you the strongest. The strongest is the one who adapts to any situation. The situation is for me to decide. Jeez, after drinking all the Jesus wines, he's still conscious. What is this guy's stomach made of? If you meet an adventurer you think would be to my liking, please introduce them to me. I'm searching for a partner. Adventurers are also filthy and indecent. Those guys get it wherever they are. They could have been in a lair doing it and that doesn't bother them. Well, let's just overlook that, shall we? Especially the guys from the Federation. They're the worst! Even so, though, the dragon vein there is showing major signs of prosperity. Perhaps it is due to both the Dragon King and his half-dragon warrior mate who defeated you being there. I agreed to open up the lair, but there is no condition placed on how I handle magic. Watch me double the numbers of Kerberos and devour them all! Well, I'm not acting as if I don't know. Perhaps Jade, the Shadow King of Jealousy, is responsible. Although he seems far too impulsive to play such a pivotal role. What is going on at the Colosseum? The number of werewolves there is absolutely insane! Huh? What did he just say? They should be under your control! The werewolves serve Rogaro. Trying to directly control them simply doesn't work. Yeah, I get it. I'm an idiot. The round amphitheater that is the Colosseum of Obsidonia may have escaped being demolished, but I presume it has become a den for the werewolves Rogaro has abandoned there. It's not so much that I abandoned them, that it is just some of my stupid mutts settling down there. No one visits the Colosseum anymore, so I don't see what the big deal is. We cannot overlook the prospect of adventurers being infected and becoming werewolves themselves. It's just that we have no master to look over them. Dang, it's gotten that bad? So what he's saying, if the stupid mutts I left there mate with adventurers who are just as stupid, would that turn the stupid adventurers into mutts that are twice as stupid? Well, the end of the world is coming, so it ain't got anything to do with me. What's more, on top of all this, Lust from next door is the worst visitor of all time. Oh, from Dedantia. You mean next door to the Federation? Correct, known for the overgrowth bestowed by the Yggdrasil. Heavens, the degraded remnants of the Imperial capital would have just been fine. It would appear that we are quickly getting ourselves involved further into chaos. I'm beginning to feel dizzy. Ghosts, bring me some tonic this instant. The Jesus feigning to be ill again. Perhaps due to the ensuing chaos, I've actually been receiving requests to compose more plays by the aristocrats residing in the Federation. They undoubtedly won't have a clue that the composer is some vampire in the forest of death, but I'm quite eager to have my works be recognized globally. Rogaro must be making his way to the Federation, given how he abandoned the Colosseum. We have been given an opportunity turning point to make up for being locked up for years, and the reason behind that change is none other than love. Damn cheesers! If you keep talking too much crap, I'ma have to kill you! I too chased love after lovers I made at the Colosseum. Alas, even I chose to abandon my home in that pursuit. Jesus, you can't be serious right now. You're sounding just like a stupid mutt! Ever since Basker left, you and the Colosseum just became lame. Stupid geezer. Wait, the Federation. Basker had to have just wanted to go see it for himself. Following his scent is how I won't get lost. I ain't been there before, but I guess I got no choice. Whether this love will manifest is another matter. Are you saying it's hopeless? He's a friend of mine who feigns to be a fighter even though he won't tell his opponents that he's a werewolf. Quit the yapping already. Saying that fighters who are fighting over life and death don't want to know that a werewolf of the undead is in their mix. Cheeser, you wanna become a mutt next? Hiding one's true self might just make the love burn stronger. Time to see how this'll all end. Oh, hello. Rhaegar has made his way to the Federation, following Basker's scent. I definitely do smell him. Entities that constitute a powerful magic force must replenish their magic from people when above ground. Otherwise, simply meandering outside layers would be an arduous task. As energetic as he was running away, he continues to deplete his magic, only recovering small amounts of it via affairs with adventurers he crosses paths with. Are there only idiots outside the forest? I'm starting to think there are only stupid adventurers dumber than my stupid mutts in the Federation. Yuck, this magic tastes horrible, but I guess it'll do until I reunite with Basker. Rhaegar has turned a vacant home into his temporary dwelling. As soon as he opens the broken door, though... Ooh, Master Rhaegar! Rhaegar! That's right! I almost forgot! His stupid mutts, aka his servant werewolves, must have means of replenishing their magic. We're mating again today, brothers. Shut up, quit howling. Ugh, I'm not gonna say that. Damn, they got me going now. What now? Quit being so annoying. Oh, werewolves? Hey, somebody, help, there are monsters here. What did you just say? It's the real deal. Don't hoard around. I'm not saying that. Whatever. At an underground pub in Pays Blanc, restoration is almost complete as most of the damages to social infrastructures caused by the slime commotion instigated by Jade has been fixed. Nonetheless, this has neither curbed the expansion of the slums nor halted the worsening of public order and degradation. Just when everyone has begun growing tired of the more or less peaceful days since the dark clouds of dust disappeared, adventurers in the Federation who had amassed a decent amount of influence began to open fight clubs one after another. These places in turn became the perfect social spaces to vent, where thugs also competed with each other and participated in illegal gambling. Now then, who shall be the protagonist to the story? Oh, is it you? Punch! You're just too slow! The Verdantian Beastonoid from earlier was way stronger opponent, you know. I won another Best Man tournament. I'm so fired up. What are you going to do for me? For some reason or another, every last one of these men with so much pent-up strength are feeling the urges of mating season. It'll be a bit later before it is known that this is all being affected by the Shadow King of Lust. King Equus had pinpointed it as a natural phenomenon, resulting in his late response. What's this? He got toppled. Haha, you went soft on me. Winner is Flaming Fist Baskar! He's a newcomer fighter who has made his way here all the way from Obsidonia. He's super strong. This is his 10th win in a row. He is definitely our favorite brawling champ at this fight club. Oh, that guy can land a punch. That sort of a fighter is too good for a weak club like this. I should invite him to mine. My goodness, this music is really loud. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry. What? Obsidonia? It couldn't be a gladiator that's washed ashore. How would I have had no ties with him? This is all the more reason why I can't stand the Federation. It's time I say farewell to it. What will become of me afterwards? To think that someone of my caliber would struggle to provide himself food for the next day. Bordov has been in the Federation to recover a small amount of personal assets he had kept hidden there after having lost his estate upon becoming a failed aristocrat. Despite being a master at creating medicine and smoke products, he has struggled daily just to procure the raw ingredients for manufacture. That has not, however, extinguished the flames of his ambition. Even now, the ashes in his wake continue to smolder. Hey, here's your compensation for the fight! Oh, thanks! Who knew it was this easy to get so much money just from brawling? This is way more than I made as a gladiator at Colosseum. Bhaskar takes back his bag containing his earnings. Every win makes it heavier and heavier. The compensation money Bhaskar earns from the brawls is covered by the club's gambling revenue, which itself is made up of commission fees and sequestered premiums. Winning too much, though, is not always a good thing. If foolish men kept stupidly betting on Bhaskar, there wouldn't be any point to gamble. Finding a good match for someone that could possibly outdo Bhaskar in such a small club is no easy task. On the other hand, if management becomes unable to compensate fighters, the club is at risk of its star performer immediately switching over to a different venue. Recruiters from aristocrat-sponsored clubs located in the urban district have their eyes out for prospects. Negotiations that are then made by such small clubs which find themselves stuck between a rock and a hard place, but those places are already set in stone. Hey, how would you like to do another rematch? Huh? What do you mean? I thought that was the end to today's matches. We just needed you to lose on purpose during this one. If you go along with it, I'll double your compensation. Really? You can't be serious. You're telling me to keep my mouth shut and get knocked out? Quit buzzing. You're being way too loud. I'll tell the opposing guy to take it easy on you. Remember, I'm the one who let you participate in all this when you had nothing. I'm grateful for that. It's just that what'll happen if word gets out about this? I'm trusting you on this one. This is to keep this place alive. Won't you do it if you know it will help me out? Okay, I got you. But once this is over, you'd better pay me double. I already buy my own medicine. Just like that, Bhaskar accepts the condition at face value, showing his earning bag right back at the dealer. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a surprise exhibition match. On one corner of the ring, we have none other than... this is going to be a tough one. The piercing gazes of the spectators rain down on him. Many of the faces are regulars whom he recognizes. His opponent is an ordinary thug that he had beaten up numerous times. The fighter before was far stronger. Everyone is confident of Bhaskar's victory, and because of this, all bets are on him. I can't go through with this. If everyone finds out, I'm done for. Oh, sorry! I can't go through with this. If everyone finds out, I'm done for. The thug has a grin. The thug has a sinister grin on his face. It's obvious that he must have already been filled in on the details. The thug unleashes a low kick with all his strength behind it, which hits Bhaskar right in his shin. Huh? Could he not dodge that? The precise kick to such a tender spot with hardly any muscle protecting causes sharp pain to flood his body. No amount of bracing his legs could spare him from it. Dang, that hurt. He needs to take it easy. What's wrong? You're getting tired? Your moves are terrible. Shut up, man. Remember the deal. Without a moment's pause, the thug makes a straight shot at Bhaskar's chest with all his force, causing excruciating pain to ripple through him again. Without a moment's pause, the thug makes a straight shot at Bhaskar's chest with all his force, causing excruciating pain to ripple through him again. Paying no mind to Bhaskar's unrelenting glare, the thug unleashes punch after punch. The ferocity between his assault undoubtedly reflects his personal grudge towards him. Bhaskar, despite his winning streak, already had injuries all over his body from his previous matches. Damn it! Just put me on a chokehold! Why don't you? If we drag this out too long... This is a rigged match! This doubt has already taken hold amongst the crowd. making this the moment their frustration finally erupted. Quit screwing around, Basker! Give us our money back! Damn, what should I do? The arena, which took up a room in the old pub, instantaneously erupted into furious chaos. Damn it, this was not the deal! Fresh red blood drips from his nose. He had already become used to being hit. However, he has not become used to being betrayed. What's up with this guy? Can I still keep going? Tuh. Management instantly vanished without a trace, while the crowd is still too worked up to notice. In other words, the dealer had fled the scene. What's wrong, bro? You still got some fight left in ya? Hell, of course I do! Rigging a match is pretty cocky of you. How much were you swayed to do it? You'll never be able to make a living in a fight club ever again. I'm not saying that. And that doesn't go for you too. Hey audience, you guys ain't getting your money back. All the money you got bet on this dude is mine. What? Wow. Just then, a visitor with a familiar smell comes down from the floor above. Ugh, this is the place. I'm sure of it. Alright, my stupid mutt. Charge! Eat all you want. Werewolves? I'm not in Obsidonia again, am I? The crowd falls into a state of panic at the sudden werewolf ambush. I smell Basker. All raunchy. The smell means he's in danger. Oh, what the hell? There are stupid adventurers everywhere. What the hell is up with the Federation? Ragaru is utterly astonished at the deplorable, bustling scene before him as his stupid mutts mercilessly capture the adventurers. This could only be a sign of the end of the world. At the center of a said world, Ragaru finds what he is looking for. It really is Basker. What do you think you're doing to Basker? Damn, this is not good. Not good at all. If I fate them off as werewolves of the undead, I'll end up being hated by Basker. This is such a pain. Guys, do something about it. I don't know. Don't look at me. Basker! At an underground fight club in the slums, as spectators flee from a sudden onslaught of werewolves, even the fighters can be seen trying to escape. Amidst all the chaos, however, there were some men who didn't budge as if they were in an eye of a hurricane. What? Ragaru, is that really him? I know that smell anywhere. It sure brings back memories of the Colosseum. Just wear this, got it? It's your robe. Oh, thanks. Okay, that's pretty cool. Wait. I didn't make you see anything you found to be awful looking, did I? No, I didn't see anything. I swear. Why are you here, though? Well, I know. You wanted to make some money here at this fight club. Yeah, that. I came here for that, too. It's not like I hunted down your scent or anything. It's just I got a whiff of that oh-so-familiar smell. I just ended up here. Just as the rumor from our Colosseum buddies had said, things are a lot more lenient here in the Federation, and it really seems like you can make a lot. That's a good boy. Yes, you are. At some point, the werewolves that have been encircling everyone exposed their bellies towards the ceiling, while being petted by the fighters. Why are there so many werewolves here? This isn't Obsidonia, is it? This brings back memories. This brings back memories. Don't get near me! I hate being around mutts. So unpleasant. To think I'd have to use one of my precious smoke bombs in a place this. How do you mutts like my smoke? It's out of work instantly on you simpletons. Suck it all up. Although part of me does want to give you all lovings, now's not the time for that. Hey, despite being beaten the heck up, you got some fight in you after all, Pops. That fighter there, I heard he was a gladiator from Obsidonia. That's some coincidence because I'm also from Obsidonia. Wait, what? This is about me. What's the deal now? Are you here to scout too? Scout? What are you talking about? Yuck, Smoky Jeezers! Listen up, ain't no good comes from doing business with this guy. I'm sure of it. Why, if it isn't Rotheart's little wolf? Damn, Jeezer, say one more thing and I'll kill you right now on the spot. Let go of me! What's this? You know these two? Well, I know one of them. The name is Dward. I am the owner of the finest fight club here in Pays Blanc. My club isn't one of those itty-bitty ones. It's a pretty huge establishment that even sponsored by the aristocrats. I myself have been looking for some tough fighters. What say you? The compensation for fights here is no match to anywhere else. It's bad that you agreed to a rigged match, but if I let you through, I'm sure that'll become a thing of the past. Hey, if it's money that you want, I have plenty of connections among the aristocrats of the Federation. Rather than making you earn your earning in filthy matches, how about you work somewhere comfortably? Wait, so you're saying you dish out quite a bit of money? Idiot! You can't be serious! Are you trying to sell a basker? Hey, stop it now. Quit this whole prostitution talk. The bourgeoisie of the Federation all have far too nasty taste. It wouldn't be a surprise if you ended up disabled. Dward looks suspiciously at Gordov Smokes. I am Admiral Gordov of the Empire of Obsidonia. Are you really going to believe this racketeer over me? Admiral of Obsidonia, I thought that empire had become dismantled. Yes, that would be correct, but how would you know if that's so quickly? Ugh. A dealer who had fainted and become pinned under werewolves appears as he's about to get back on his feet at any moment. Hey, don't just stand there! Allow me to head out of here before things become too troublesome. Come on, have a look at my club. If you doubt me, be sure to make this decision after long consideration. Wow. Ooh, a pretty neat club. The fight club owned by Dward that they were invited to is a magnificently refurbished mansion of a Federation aristocrat. This doesn't look furnished. It's literally an empty room. Once past the guarded entrance, an aura of pleasure kept secret from the outside hangs in the air. It's as if the heat and sweat are palpable as a sensational feeling infiltrates the mind. Whoa! That guy is fast, and those blows look really hard. This just goes to show how these fighters are of a different league. These sculpted bodies and refined spirits are reflections of how they are fearless fighters who had been disciplined to win no matter what. These are the top-notch rascals I've gathered. Huh. A fighter then heroically collapses in the middle of the ring after being knocked out. Hey, is that dude alright? Obviously, we have healers on standby. However, don't you believe that fighters' injuries are considerably hefty? Plus, look at the weaponry. Steel knuckle dusters can be seen shining on the victorious fighter's knuckles. So this is no different than the Colosseum of Obsidonia. Basker and Rogaru are fully aware that there's no end to the demands aristocrats made to enjoy watching fights. Active fighters don't have time to adequately heal from their wounds, which is why the victorious fighters exit the ring with a limp. It's evident just how lacking in fighters the club must be if its master Dward had to go all out of his way to solicit newcomers. Things do get pretty savage. It's only natural to notice the painful aspects. Even that, though, it can't be helped. To make matters worse, with the opening up of Obsidonia's lair, all the adventurers had disappeared to make a killing. For us guys who chose to stay in the Federation to make a living, the only option left really are fight clubs and prostitution. Couldn't you just steal to make a living? Oh, Rogaru, what's gotten into you? Hey, I'm just saying. I don't have to be at a famous fight club like this. Those guys' injuries are normal no matter how strong they are. Hey, are you really going back? Do you really think patrons will stay at the club, which lost credibility from a fighter agreeing to a rigged match? There's really no need to worry. The majority of the guys here are about as tough as you are. If you gain a reputation, your earnings ought to be way more than that of a prostitute.
Huh. If you can't choose between fighting and prostitution, how about you be a prostitute on the ring? I call it erotic wrestling. It'll be raunchy scuffles between ripped fighters. Frickin' Jeezer always having to say a bunch of crap. Just what we saw earlier would be a great example. There was quite a frenzy going on down there.
Well, I will admit everyone was pretty riled up. There's no way Basker would say okay to that. Well, you see, I don't know. It does sound interesting. What? You're kidding!
I'm sure the aristocrats of the Federation have grown tired of only seeing these sort of fistfights.
So how you suppose you choose who wins in an erotic wrestling match? Whoever first loses!
More so than being over with who wins or loses, it's about ensuring that the audience enjoys the show.
That'd be a huge disadvantage to guys who win by count. Are you saying you win by count?
Dward, was it? Tell me who your sponsors are. I'll make the rounds with them while you gather up the fighters needed. Compensation for fights can remain the same or go up, whichever satisfies you.
Can you really make this happen? The heck is wrong with you thinking you can just start all this? I will say though, it might just work out. It'll bring in cash and reduce injuries. Plus, the fighters won't have to worry about becoming unemployed.
Now you're getting it. Entry fees will be far better than when it's about erotic stuff versus gambling. You're not saying to fight with your dick out over there, are you?
Well, erotic wrestling might sound a little embarrassing, but it'll be a lot better than my current situation. Why don't you give it a try too? You have nothing better to do, right? Idiot! You and me on the ring like that. Oh ho, that sounds really exciting. No way I'm taking part in erotic wrestling. Yeah. The promotion of the erotic wrestling industry was an ingenious plan. Given how Gordov himself was an aristocrat, albeit a failed one, his idea instantly stoked the interest of the Federation's aristocrats, who were fed up with the current peace. It also brought hope to fighters who had become disenchanted with the standard fight club industry. Dward's top-down approach enticed many fighters to stay and then be repurposed as erotic fighters. Any impromptu match is met with a full house. Relax, guys. Full house did not show up. Okay, relax. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Once on the ring, what raunchy moves the fighters take is completely impromptu. This new innovation could have also played a role in how the crowd was so thrilled over it. Out of the many fighters, one has managed to gather an exceptional amount of attention. Hey Rogaru, instead of just watching, how about you start moving your body for us? Fine with me. Being a lot of pent-up emotions right now.
You could join in, you know. Chaos is best enjoyed when you're part of it.
Shut it! I told you I'll pass. I think I may have voiced this one first before the other one. It's fine.
Huh? Suit yourself. Now, if you excuse me, I have to interview a new recruit.
Wait. You came to see Basker. That dude is super popular. I only stopped by here on my way elsewhere. Why don't you try hopping in since you're already here? Aren't you a fighter? You could become a really good fighter. An erotic wrestling fighter. Dward has a long career being an intermediator between fighters and aristocrats. He excels at entertaining audiences so well because of how he gauges their needs and demands. His role is to guide fighters on the give and take needed to overcome how inexperienced they are in erotic wrestling. This is because popularity is immensely important to a fighter. Just leave me alone, alright? I'm a huge fan of mutts. What I am trying to get at, I can't just leave a lone wolf like yourself hanging. Has anyone ever told you that you act like a mutt? Shut up! I have not! Hey, don't be shy on us. Don't touch me! Hey now, I'll be sweet on you in the ring next. Stop it, man, like I'd ever do that with you. Uh-oh, I gotta get away before I really piss you off. Hey Basker, you're gonna be my sparring partner. Word. Sparring in erotic wrestling is real-time practice, meaning although it may not be an actual match, it's very much putting the real deal into practice. I don't want to see that. Your friend has come to see you again today. I bet it's just Rigaru. It's time you get a good look of him. That I'll make sure of. Evade glance. What the hell's up with you, Basker? Get this over with and let's go get something to eat. Near the border between the Federation and the Empire of Obsidonia, Dain is hard at work exterminating werewolves at the ruins of the fallen Principality of Noah, his motherland. This is not a part of his directive as a Dullahan of Nolahan, but rather a request he accepted from the Adventurers Guild upon repatriating to maintain his status as a paladin. Ambush! It's an ambush! Ooh! Undead scum! How dare you disturb the peaceful rest of Noah! I have hastened back to my beloved Principality of Noah in its time of peril, with the honor as its paladin. Ha ha ha! Rejoice, my king, my shining armor! The epitome of the noble knight Noah deserved. That is who I am. It is my identity. Why are there so many of them? Halt, I say, outnumbering thy opponent is pure cowardice. If you even remotely followed the code of chivalry, you would come at me in a single file line, one by one. Dain's futile protest falls on deaf ears as it becomes evident that the werewolves have no sense of chivalry. Before he knows it, he's surrounded on all four sides as opposed to the face-to-face combat he expected. You are too much for me! No matter how many times I cut or jab you, you just get back up! What's more... Suddenly, right as Dain is caught off guard by a flashback on his own past traumas, a werewolf lunges at Dain. Ooh! A beast like that could never overlook an enemy who is clearly shaken. One after another, massive werewolves fall in line to pounce on the paladin, an ironic twist to his demise. Ah! Stop! I say! Ah! And he's dead. Thank you all for gathering. Our topic of discussion today is actually in regard to the influx of werewolves. This is often talked about at the Adventurers Guild, so I'm sure this is not the first time you've heard about this. So we're fuzzing over werewolves now. So we're fuzzing over werewolves now. Has the Federation not prospered from its acceptance of the immigrants? This time, Jade is the one who is raising the alarm. Jade? Equus! This is not good! My magic is depleting too fast! I can't rack up enough out of the bathhouse water! There aren't any more adventurers going there! Damn gluttony in Obsidonia! Jade spews slime all over the grand hall of the prestigious Pays Blanc castle as he throws a tantrum. Ugh, good grief. Anyway, here's my report regarding the werewolf dilemma. Werewolves are kind of undead who originate from the Obsidonia. They are a rare species which propagate by infecting others. In some regions, they are viewed as disease-causing demons. The route of infection starts from particular pheromones being emitted which draws in other males. From there, very close contact is achieved via yes and that. Oh, this story sure does pack a punch, doesn't it? Hey Korka, you better not be thinking of any wild ideas. Sorry, my heart was just pounding a little. These are my findings after a serious investigation. If I may continue. As for concrete instances of damage is reported within Pays Blanc. Primary instances involve pillaging and destruction of property, primarily in the slums due to the influx of werewolves. There have also been disappearances. It appears that the werewolves are marching towards our border fortress, suggesting that they are heading back to Obsidonia. Perhaps this is due to their werewolf homing instinct. Their motive is not clear at this time. We have requested that the self-proclaimed paladin who's knowledgeable about the area to protect the fortress, but investigation is still ongoing. Is there no way we can become friendly with them like we have with the Chimeras and Beastonoids from Ferdanzia? Hey, this isn't the time to have an erection, Equus! Jade, quit it! This is embarrassing! No, you listen up! All these adventures have been flowing into Obsidonian's lair expedition rush to get rich. At this rate, my dragon vein magic will be eaten up by gluttony. Our simple dungeon, our grand bathhouse, our top deprived capital city. All the people have gathered here in our federation have gone away. Equus, we must unite immediately. You must envy the world evermore, just like you did back then, and have everything become one once more. Ooh! A name that a one particular person would never mention. Simmer down now, Jade. We have Kunan here to rescue us, as well as the Dragon King. We also have the seat Echo's eyes shift towards is none other than of Volund. Wait, huh? Are you referring to me? My blacksmith workforce is also largely wandered away to become lair divers. It's beyond painful that I can't nurture them into skilled laborers. I see. That is an urgent matter. Spelled urgent wrong. I shall take the proper measures to assist you. King Echoes, having finished hearing Volund's report, is still quite calm. The madness that Jade is depicted seems to be irrelevant to him for the time being. Damn it! If Chivalrous Baron won't do anything, Korka will have to do. Put down the werewolves. Whoa, that's the kind of treatment I get. I'll say though that we ought to crack down on the werewolves for threatening the peace at night. And don't end up making the commotion worse. His dragon vein magic is gonna be eaten? Jade is really panicking over it. It's really not that big of a problem. Just let it be. Is there a dragon vein on your island, Ball? You are the Dragon King after all. What difference does it make? It's of no use to me. The scrambling among men who pour their desires into dragon vein magic equates to discord between these devious Shadow Kings, who can't even interfere with what goes on above ground. What? You're just jealous because no one comes to your dragon vein! Why would it ever matter to a dragon close like you? The hell did you just say? Bastard, do you want me to incinerate you once and for all? I'll shut you up for good today if that's what you want. Hey, quit the fighting! Sir Barbaros, I made with you since our time at the Dragon King Castle. You're never alone, Sir Barbaros. He's right. Wasn't I the one that went to your castle ball? There were other adventurers too. Wait, they were all there just to take you out, huh? How was that supposed to cheer me up? Quit being so awkward then. Deep in the night in the slums district, the moon is hidden behind the clouds as silence prevails. Man, he's really going at it this late today too? He, of course, is in reference to Bhaskar. Ever since Dward began hosting erotic wrestling matches at his fight club, Bhaskar had been the main attraction. There's much to gain for a fighter so long as there are no injuries had on the ring. The synergy between Gordov's publicity drive amongst the bourgeoisie of the Federation and Dward's ability to strategize and energize crowds is undeniable. Sorry. Will Bhaskar really attain stardom as an erotic wrestling star at this fight club? I mean, it really doesn't matter what happens to the guy as far as I'm concerned. Huh? What is this? Korka? Why, good evening. It's sure late in the night, isn't it? Huh? What's that? A patrol officer. I guess you could say that. Hey, don't be running away now. There's something awfully suspicious about you. You gotta be kidding. You're the one who looks most suspicious of all. It's not like I'm some unemployed nobody. Well, being employed or not really has nothing to do with being suspicious. Would you be willing to agree to a patch test to determine whether you're a werewolf? I'm sure you're aware of the commotion that's been going on here as of late. I don't know anything about that. Don't you dare touch me! The bandit-looking man aggressively flings off the patrolman's arm from laying a finger on him. The heck? Why are you sticky? I wish that I didn't have to come to this, but I have no choice but forcibly administer the test on you. I promise it won't hurt. If anything, you might find it rather enjoyable. Oh, yeah! Yeah, Yogoro has seen some stuff. He has seen some stuff. Are they trying to expose which of us are the werewolves? Now this Federation's gonna be tough to stay in. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, something happened. Okay, I don't know what appeared on my screen, y'all. Okay, let's restart. Now this Federation's gonna be tough to stay in. Even so, Rogaro has no intention of returning to Obsidonia anytime soon. For one, there has never been a destination to his travels as a wanderer. If it's one thing that would bind his lone wolf self here, that would certainly be... Hey Rogaro, what's up? What have you been up to? Not much. If you have nothing better to do, why don't you join in the fun? You won't be disappointed. Hey, aren't you still in that awful shack in that slum district? I've been renting a much larger crib since my earnings have been so much higher. If you need somewhere to crash, you should definitely come over. No can do. Why not? How come you have to be like this? We just got to reunite after all this time. Aren't we still friends? Friends? Hey, if it isn't Rogaro. So I take it you gave my offer some thought. I think you'd be the perfect heel for Bhaskar to wreck. Shut it! Who ever even want to do that? Okay, no need to get all worked up over nothing. Can't say you hate something without having tried it. Why not give it a shot? The job pays handsomely. He's right, we're in desperate need of fighters. How's that when you're so popular? Aren't you just judging some newcomers? That's true and all, but the thing is, they all quit as soon as they start. It's also not just the fighters that we're lacking. All the Novox riches in the Federation have heading to the relic rush happening right now at the Obsidonia's lair. This relic rush is all due to Obsidonia opening its lair to the outside world. That's the one place where people are bound to make a killing. Damn it, are you saying I missed out? If that's the case, how come you don't do this same business out in Obsidonia? Y'all, they got interest. Well, it sure would be easier to procure fighters. That's if it even worked out in the first place. If we were to collect all those relics from the audience and export them, how substantial would that be? A face recognition would work in our benefit more than ever in the Obsidonia. I mean, I'm the Imperial Admiral for crying out loud. That is. So long it hasn't crumbled away already, we could still utilize the Colosseum in Obsidonia. Luck is finally start turning around for me. I can't let a money-making idea get away like this. I must draw up plans at once. Hey, are you really gonna go back to Obsidonia? Seems like he is. Doesn't change my situation one bit. Hey, why don't you come along? Hey, what the heck? Hey, you're not gonna wait around, Rogaro. This out of the ordinary werewolf commotion going on here in this Federation must be caused by your bites, am I right? I don't know anything about it. That stupid mutts could be mating with all the stupid adventures for all I know. Some cases may be due to me though. At any rate, I can't be staying here much longer. You should come along. Shut up, old geezers! You have nothing to do with what I choose to do. Well, I guess it's a Colosseum in Obsidonia, huh? I'm sure my sport will be as wild and lively as ever in such a huge arena. Dward, do you know that Rogaro and I were gladiators there? I've heard a little about that, but wasn't that a long time ago? Just to be clear, there's no changing the fact that you're my main attraction, Bhaskar. The biggest challenge for us will be who to match you up against. No werewolves or typical adventurers will do. How about you be my opponent for climactic effect? I think you'd be the best fit, Dward. Huh? Rogaro is literally... He's literally fighting... He's showing fists right now. It's like... This guy's... What is going on? Like, my goodness, they're... Rogaro, oh my god. That bot dude against Bhaskar at the Colosseum of Obsidonia. Me? I guess that could work. Alrighty, I suppose it's time for me to take a shot even though it's been a while. Hold on a sec. What do you think? This is what I wore when I was young and poppin'. Oh, pretty slick. No. Hold on right there. I'll do it. It won't be a problem if I'm his match, will it? Oh my god! Rogaru is jealous, man. He is jealous. Rogaru? What stroke of luck is this? Yo, Rogaru is a sim! My goodness, he's such a tsundere. So cool how this thing can move across the ocean. Some big ship. Rord and the gang are boarding a transport vessel which carries people between the Federation and the Empire of Obsidonia. Everyone else filling up the ship were clearly migrant workers heading to Obsidonia to participate in the so-called relic rush all the buzz was about. Gordov skillfully uses his savviness to finesse their tickets, which were skyrocketing in price as they were people's one-way ticket to their dreams. I really don't know how to say that. Despite only being one step away from boarding, Rogaru is still on the dock, huddling down and trying to stop his legs from shaking so violently. A single plank connects the ship to land. Once across that plank, the tranquil sound of the waves can be heard. Despite missing his footing being completely out of the question. No! I'm gonna fall! Hey Bhaskar, get that guy on the ship already. I know! It's my first time on the ship too, but I don't think we're gonna drown. I can't go on the ship, I can't get myself to do it! Relax, just grab my hand. Oh! You can't swim, can you? Alright, 1, 2... The ship is creeping me out! The floor is moving! I'm telling you, it's fine. If staying out on deck is so unsettling for you, you can just stay in your room. Simmer down, guys. Oh, hi, Leonhardt. Simmer down, guys. I can't have you interfere with departures. The deck can be dangerous. Hear that? Even the ship's captain is saying it's dangerous. Good grief. Oh, look at the picturesque sea. The wind feels so amazing. I can't stand the thought of swimming. If we're gonna go back to Obsidonia, I could just walk there on my own 2 feet. Rogaru leans over the deck as he looks towards the dock, disappearing into the distance. You fool! Are you out of your mind trying to jump overboard? Do you realize how much I had to spend just to get your ticket? Plus, if you back out of our little deal, I'll have to rework our whole plan. Just prepare yourself for what's coming already, Rogaru. If so many people have already moved there, it'll be really simple to procure fighters on site from all the talented adventurers and unemployed soldiers from an Obsidonia defunct Imperial army. If you find someone who looks like he'd be a popular fighter, bring him in. We need opening acts. Don't worry about the initial price tag. Old man, I thought you were supposed to be wealthy, but you have quite some nerve in you. I've already been making arrangements. An intermediary that can turn the relics we gather into merchandise. Oh, sorry. Oh man, I accidentally voiced that one incorrectly. With an intermediary that can turn the relics we gather into merchandise. Gordov takes out its tickets once more to show how to sign Presidente Pino in gold ink. My, if it isn't a Admiral Gordov. It's been quite some time. Oh! Speak of the devil! If it isn't Azerterra's Admiral Pino, I've actually already left Azerterra. Call me Presidente. I hope the ticket I gave you helped. You did some work here changing the sail and remodeling an Azerian frigate in a way that hides its original identity. You're 100% spot on. I wouldn't expect anything less from Admiral Gordov. I am ordered to receive praise from you, Presidente. You have done a splendid job here. Gordov responds in a joking tone, likely out of sympathy for how they both have abandoned their motherland. I couldn't fathom living the rest of my days starving in the frozen tundra of Azerterra. I've been building an utopia of my own to the south of here, where I reign supreme as its Presidente. All large-scale job projects are welcome. Be sure to keep in mind in the future. Hey, aren't you up to some... You aren't up to some devilish scheme, are you? I'm done with pillaging. Times have changed. Way to butt in our conversation, Leonhardt. We were having a serious business discussion. Didn't I tell you to stop selling tickets at an inflated price? Choose who becomes a passenger also goes against the wishes of King Equus. We are the ones being employed, and we must be prudent with our own actions to maintain that trust. Huh. All I've done is wager a price amongst our passengers to promise them safe voyage. By the way, completely forgot Puno's voice and Leonhardt's voice. So if they sound different, my bad. I didn't know they were gonna show up in this event. The compensation I procured can go towards feeding you and your men for years to come. This is far better service to your men than having them toil around as indentured workers from the Federation. If I recall, Leonhardt, you weren't able to choose your occupation freely when you were without a vessel. What did you just say? What could you be possibly talking about? So you're telling me that there wasn't a price tag on that ass of yours while you were in the Federation? You bastard! Well, we best excuse ourselves for now. Oh, what's this? You have one of your business pals behind you, Admiral Gordov? Quite the unexpected lot, I have to say. What's this? Already finding some good talent right off the bat. I knew the captain wouldn't be able to scout worth crap. Oh, hey. What's with this glare? This tickling sensation is just like tension on the ring. What are you staring at? I'm not in the mood right now. Marvelous. Tonight's will be hella fun. Feel free to relax in the cabin room I set aside for you. You might not be able to stand up tomorrow though. What did I tell you about laying hands on our passengers? I'm the captain of the ship today. You're no different than any other crew member today. If you don't get what I'm saying yet, I'm telling you that I'm the boss here. Oh, he said dub twice. Or are you getting jealous? It's been a while since I've had a layover. You can always tag along in the fun, you know. Besides, I know you have a thing for used. I don't know what that is. Am I wrong? I'll toss you in the sea for saying that. Sorry, I was out of hand. So that guy's the intermediary. I suppose anyone who knows how to operate vessels is making a killing these days. You sure are always prepared for anything and everything, aren't you, Gordov? It's as if you have everything planned down to a T from the very beginning. That's the whole point, to ensure my plan is successful. I've already made sure to distribute advertisement posters. You said posters to the Federation beforehand, and I'll be doing the same once we get back to Obsidonia, just so you know. Gordov hands over some paper flyers, which are still a rarity in the Federation. The flyers, though, weren't simply handwritten. To the contrary, the lettering was beautifully printed and fitted with illustrations. In the center, Bhaskar and Rogoro can be seen facing off. Oh, it's amazing! I've never seen anything printed before. We'll have to make sure we host the fight exactly on schedule. This is a major responsibility. I know we aren't exactly sure where we can use the Colosseum immediately, but I'm confident it's still standing. I've heard from my connections that although it's terribly deteriorated, it's just been a nesting ground for monsters and werewolves as of late. It must be noted that Rogaro himself has once been fixated on the Colosseum, as he would hunt down to fresh bodies of fallen gladiators from their graves. It goes without saying that the Colosseum was Rogaro's old stopping ground. Every last dumb werewolf there is undoubtedly waiting for the return of his master, that being him. All that is in Rogaro's mind is that horde of stupid mutts. How many days it's till we have to host a match? Supposedly we land tomorrow. It'll be 2 weeks from that point in time. Oh, Jesus! You know 2 weeks from now will be a full moon! Is that right? What's so wrong about it falling on a full moon? Come to think about it, you were always worried about nights that fell on a full moon ever since the dark clouds of dust disappeared. You gotta postpone it! You just had to do this, didn't you? Damn old Jeezer! Hey man, no violent outbursts. The match will be held regardless if it's raining or a clear full moon. I'll bet my entire assets on you two. Well, I think it's time to have a smoke or two. I have just been working non-stop up until now. Okay, let's see this story. Apparently now the exhibition, I think this might be the... Not sure if this is the final one. We'll just see. A long last back to the Colosseum of Obsidonia. The old nesting ground of Rogaro and Bhaskar is in ruins, but currently occupied by outlaws who have lost a place of their own. As for their first evening there... Oh, this place looks terrible. It got in a bad shape just from being gone for a little while. All the men who were lurking in the Colosseum have awakened as werewolves. Huh. It's gonna be a pain just to find a quiet place to fall asleep. The distant howls of werewolves can be heard echoing throughout the Colosseum grounds. The silhouettes of wild men breeding can be discerned by their torchlight. There they go howling again. Are there only werewolves out at night? If I were able to use this facility, it'll become a major hotspot for divers. I'll be able to have my workshop back. You really think we'll be able to just use this place like that at all of a sudden? Look at this place. There's clearly no one in charge. Who would even dare challenge us? We'll have the de facto control over the Colosseum. The empire itself is dissolved anyway. Horda, you sure have some fighting spirit for an old man, don't you? Don't be leaving me out of a money-making scheme, you hear? I won't be able to return home to the Federation for a while. Master! Master! Get back! Hey, get back! I have nothing to do with you! Despite being culprit behind the pack of werewolves, Rogaru has been skirting around his responsibility. Hey now, we can't have you acting out, Rogaru. Shut it! If we don't get him out of here, how are we supposed to use the place? Hey Jesus, how come you're so chill? You don't smell so bad like you usually do. That's because I made a new concoction following Duard's advice. He's used to handling beasts. Using repellent would only buy us some time. Violent outbursts while in human form must be avoided. We are in the minority. Going up against a pack of werewolves head-on would most certainly result in dying in vain. When in another group domain, do as they do. By morning, they should be tame enough. We should just hope that our food doesn't get taken in the meantime. We can tame the werewolves, we can use them as performers. How does that sound? Having them fight against whichever last-minute entries we can find in this arena. Wow. Heck, if I know how that had to turn out. We have another mate! A mate! He smells amazing! Ah! Too close, too close! I am no mate of yours! Whew. I guess it was for the better, considering how I'll be in the dumps with someone other than me beating up my stupid mutts. Stop! Don't get near me! Solace was but for a moment as Baskar's shrieks echo from the other side of the stone wall nearby. Don't lay a paw on Baskar! I'll beat the crap out of you! This place is oddly familiar. Literally the pleasure den back in Amberdon? I'm worn out. There. Rhaegar happens to stumble into his favorite spot during his gladiator days. Coincidentally, Dward was there playing with a werewolf. Hey, take that out of here! This is my sanctuary! Huh, well that's a shame. Hey man, you aren't afraid of werewolves? I'm used to handling naughty rascals like you. Oh really now? You want me to pet you too? Come over here if you'd like. Shut it, I ain't gonna do that. Let's get over here. Without a moment's delay, Dward grabs Rogaru by the arm and trips him. Even for Rogaru, avoiding a move like that from a veteran fighter was nearly impossible. Dward had Rogaru obediently on the slap as if he were holding a big dog. As terribly uncomfortable as it was, it sure is a big place. I'm getting worked up thinking about fighting here. How do you feel about it? Nothing really. I've been here too long as it is. But you still came for us. I'm only surprised. I'm sure everything will be fine since we got you and Baskar. I'm looking forward to it. I just can't tell you how thankful I am. This isn't really for you though. I'm more than aware. This is all for Baskar. No it isn't. There's no use hiding it. I bet you're dating him. How could we be? So does he know that you're a werewolf? Doesn't seem like he does. I have no idea what you're talking about. A full moon is approaching. Don't overdo it. I understand what's up. I was once bit by a werewolf before. I was lucky enough to have only gotten a fever. Ever since though, my sense of smell has been oddly accurate. So that's how you know. Heard. Oh, I'm surprised. You're a silverback werewolf. I have had werewolf buds before, but you're the most exquisite one I've ever seen. You're perfectly matched with what a legendary werewolf would look like. I'm mesmerized. Quit looking. It's to wonder how Bhaskar hasn't ever found out. He was always once a gladiator here. Despite this place being full of good-for-nothing guys and no reward for doing your best. He always put all his in every fight. He's almost been killed numerous times. Just a complete idiot. Sure sounds like him, for sure. Being here as a werewolf of the undead feels like I'm playing the system. Huh? If that's what you're getting at, you wouldn't be playing the system in this next fight. That's cause it's erotic wrestling. Be like that and he's gonna make you shoot, you know that? Like I'd let my be seen like that. That's the beauty of it all. See how exciting you already are? I guess you get worked up when a full moon is approaching, huh? Don't touch me! Why not? If you're gonna be a fighter, at least give some service to your patrons. I think you're pretty cute as a werewolf. Shut it! Seems like you have quite a load built up. If Bhaskar comes, you need to stop. Got it? Got it. Oh my god, he really is in love with Bhaskar. And Bhaskar's not getting it! Oh my god. Just checking my footage. At long last, the opening day for erotic wrestling at the Coliseum of Obsidonia has arrived. The day has finally arrived. All of you adventurers who came here to fulfill your dreams in this so-called Relic Rush. Are you ready? This is the Pervert Monster Championship. Who will leave with its first ever title? That perv is none other than yours truly. The heavens have blessed us with exquisite weather for quite some time, and today on our opening day is no different. The opening up of Obsidonia's Lair and rumor of the Erotic Wrestling Championship have lured droves of adventurers to Obsidonia via ship. So far, not a single ship has sunk or encountered trouble. No one will show up anyway. Unfortunately for Agaru, his prediction was brilliantly shattered. Oh goodness. My oh my! This has turned into some event! The perverted energy from all the world's perverts is gathered here! Everyone thank Daddy for the seas being peaceful! Edgar, Ball! Wait! There's so many people! Kun and the gang have arrived back in Obsidonia to observe matters under the directive of King Equus and Shadow King Jade. The Empire of Obsidonia, which had once shaken the world, has now become an adventurer frontier. Wouldn't this be the first time in history so many people have come to visit Obsidonia? There seems to be a lot of aristocrats from the Federation and Sepian merchants here. I recognize a lot of rich individuals. Our bow is also full of people, but I had no idea it'd be this crowded here. Obsidonian relics fetch a high price, whether they be weaponry, armory, or technique books. Relics allow the Obsidonia to pursue expansionism across the world. There's a lot of gambling going on in the background here at this event. People don't have to go through the process of converting their relics into money. Are you betting anything, Edgar? Why, of course I am. I bet everything from my home to my beer garden. What? I thought we were supposed to come here to observe. I'm joking. The Adventurers Guild is a clean institution. Huh. That wasn't the case last time. Anyway. Oh my god. If I were to gamble like that, I would only anger King Equus. I see. Honestly though, if you were to participate, I would have definitely put all my assets towards you. You're the world's most prized catch after all. That makes you perfect for erotic wrestling. I agree. The sexual lust and materialism found here makes the Colosseum the perfect source of dragon vein or desire to brew. Essentially all you can want magic. I'm not participating. I have to say, there's something far more mysterious about this place than what I experienced at my guild, where all the walks of people gather. The sort of attire the audience members are wearing all over the place. I guess eroticism's a universal language. I'm sorry if I'm messing the voices up. Alas, what a travesty for our splendid Colosseum full of Obsidonian tradition to become an auditorium for lewd entertainment. It all lacks in aesthetics. What's wrong with that? I find it rather ironic how this place is thriving this much right after defeat. I have not been defeated. Ay, how delightful this is. How long has it been since I've been this excited about something? It's what living so long is all about. The sunlight is rather poisonous to me, but I'm enjoying how I'm able to get out like this after for so long. I'm really looking forward to Regaro's debut. When is that exactly? Have you seen how exquisite the printing is on this extravagant poster? It's really poster? Not poster? To think, the main star is actually my very own son! A lad next to him must be Bhaskar. I must invite him to my manor. I wonder if he prefers wine or tea. No, if he's a fighter, he must enjoy meat more than anything. I'll let him have his full no doubt. I've grown tired of listening to you blabber. Lord Hortard and Beesbull, I knew you two would be here. I've heard from King Echoes about how magical beings are connected with prosperity on the surface. What on earth is with you? You claim to know that you use magic, but you don't even know that. Think that I would even meet my match with someone like you, utterly unaware of how man and magic bond. Well, when I use magic, I constantly thinking about a particular knight I have strong adoration for. Kafka looks over at Helion with a smile as he says this. It's more than evident who the object of said adoration is. In the past, many adventurers once claimed our capital because of the entrance to the lair being here. Speaking of which, I am only turning a blind eye to that. Once the time is right, I tend to swallow up everyone. It may not be long until the time Obsidonia regains its glory, but in a different light than before. Well, I'm sure if my relics got dispersed through the world, a major world war will soon follow. Humans love fighting over hegemony. Everyone gathered here is no different. Beesbull! Beesbull is tame again, just by Helion raising his voice. After the following silence had last long enough, Kafka switches over to another topic. At any rate, let's all enjoy the spectacle together. I shall sit to the right of Helion. Wait, what? I shall sit to the right of Helion. Beesbull, please sit here to the left. Huh? What? Why? You're actually fine with that? Helion, come on! If Emperor Kafka commands so, I have no problem with it. And with that being the case... Come to think of it, Helion, you were once a gladiator. I have only heard of how cruel that sort of life was. There's something nostalgic about it. It's been on my mind since learning of how the Colosseum was still standing. I see. At which rate, I entrust you to explain how these brawls will play out. Well, from what I understand, this contest is nothing like what I experienced. Where should I begin? I presume it's doing with a sexual flair. Yeah, I think that explains it well. It's not every day you get to see other people engage in sexual activity, so this will be quite entertaining. Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. The opening fights as well as Dward's performance has successfully stirred up the crowd. However, because of so many spontaneous entries, matches have not proceeded on schedule. The time at which the two poster stars are set to clash is now slated well in the evening. There's too many humans here! Ain't they got other places to go have fun? Is he even still pumped for what's coming? I'll be pissed if he ran off. Regaro's opponent Bhaskar is waiting for their showdown on the exact opposite side of the circular arena. With the moon getting me so worked up and it feeling like nothing's even fixing to start, I just feel like crap. I wonder if storms roll in and cause a sudden downpour to rain on everyone's parade. Against Regaro's better wishes, there is not a drop of humidity to be had in the sky. Instead, a beautiful view of the night sky with a dazzling full moon is on full display without a single cloud obstructing it. Damn, is it starting? Alright everybody, we apologize for keeping you waiting. Our shining erotic wrestling star is entering the arena. Give a big shout out for Flaming Fist Bhaskar! What? Oh my goodness, man! What's up, everybody? Thank you all for coming today. I'm the Federation's rising erotic wrestling star, but this place here is my home territory. I bet the X-rated content so far has been pretty lacking so far. Allow me to show you guys how a pro gets down to business. Sound amplifying magic allows for Bhaskar's voice to reach everyone's ears in the arena. The quality of his voice, though, gives off an oddly youthful vibe. Perhaps this was to excite other young audience members of similar age to him, but also had the opposite effect of arousing the kindred spirits of the older adventurers, who were also in the crowd. The crowd roars as he shows off his fighting poses. Many adventurers take out film device relics to capture each moment. What the hell? You have cameras? I can't even. By the way, so many tech relics. Sepia is pretty much useless, honestly. Oh, I got through that intro. Dang, this crowd is huge. Kara must be pretty nervous too. If only I could be in my natural pose like he always is. And who else to challenge the insanely popular Bhaskar than his own longtime pal? He too hails from Obsidonia as a former gladiator. Here he is today to awaken the eyes of his once dear friend himself, corrupted in the flourishing capital of Pace Blanc. That defines the very tenacity behind this man's erotic wrestling debut today. He's a cunning yet foul demon in disguise. His demeanor and strength are exactly like that of a werewolf. Give it up for Rogaru! Come on, man. Get your butt out here. Rogaru isn't here. Impossible. That can't be. No! 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 Are you trying to run? What's the deal? I looked all over for you. Shut up, Jesus. I ain't running away. I'm right here, ain't I? You come all this way chasing after Bhaskar, and this is what's up? If you don't get out of there, we'll just fill your slot with some replacement. Come to think of it. Werewolves? No, better yet. How about a slew of novice adventurers all ganging up on him at once? Stupid Jesus, you can't be serious right now. Does that upset you? He really does have feelings for Bhaskar, man. I don't know. I think he's just... whoa, it's like crazy. I can't even explain what he's feeling. You're damn right it does. And why is it that you won't go out there? That's because I like... Hagar can hardly utter the words on the count of his stutter. No amount of being belittled over this by his underling mutts have ever enabled him to overcome it. The only thing that lets him break through is the sheer vivid anger. It's because I like him! Isn't that obvious enough? Every man there annoys him. Gordo, Bhaskar, Dward, and all the other men in the audience. The glares that would rain down on him, and his dirty hands as his chest and legs shine ever so powerfully. I knew that guy was a bit stupid, but for him to go all the way to the Federation by himself, the more I think about how nothing good would come about it for him. I get myself dragged into all of this nonsense out of nowhere. Time's up. You need to decide now. I'll go. I am far stronger than any of those perverted sleazebags. I'll eat up each and every last one of them. That includes Bhaskar, all those stupid adventures, and my stupid mutts. I'm gonna put an end to this stupid fight. Yo! Oh my god. Challenge for Rogaru, y'all. Oh my goodness. We're gonna go and, yeah, we're going! Uh-oh. Wait, hold on. Go! Wait, is it go or no? I don't know. I don't know. Oh my goodness. No! 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 I think it's go. I think it's meant to go. Wait, is that... Rogaru! Rogar appears from a cloud of dust into the arena. Although it's clear just by looking at him how irritated he is. Hold on right there! Bhaskar, get off your damn high horses! The hell you think you're doing with this erotic wrestling crap? All you've been doing is sucking up all those stupid adventures the Federation had to offer you. Herd and Monster was the title. The title's perfect for describing you right now. If you want me so bad, I'll let you have it! But I'ma make sure you won't be able to take it from any other man besides me ever again! Prepare yourself! Any other man beside you? What the heck are you trying to say? Oh god. Even Duarte, who's usually quite composed, is utterly dumbfounded at what is unfolding. Oh, this might turn out nicely just as you had predicted, Ward. Gordo, I wouldn't it put past a man of your caliber to hypnotize someone. But did you? I did no such thing. I didn't egg him. Heck, I didn't even get used to any of my smokes. You being serious? Even without assets or a workshop at my disposal, I always show what I'm made of. Now then, let's enjoy watching what we've been looking forward to, shall we? Feel like this won't be skippable. Gordov appears quite content as he puffs on his cigar. The smile on his face is very much what you would expect of a hustler whose scheme has gone as planned. Edward, between me and you, I for one, am completely enthused by the two stupid mutts waiting in front of me. Those two fighters are far too unrefined for my taste. The scuffle between Bhaskar and Rogaro had already begun on the ring. If this were just a comparison of physical strength, the two were still just as equal as they were since their gladiator days. However, Bhaskar ought to have the upper hand in part of the experience he had accumulated during his matches in the Federation. Why are you so powerful? Weren't you fooling around while I fought day after day? Shut it! You have no right to say anything while you have your ass handed to you by dudes I didn't know! Getting armed by those bastards! What is it with you? I have the right to my own work affairs. You really think you're gonna make me with your typical showbiz crap? You're out of your mind if that's what you're thinking. You're no star. You're just a typical pervert. I'm gonna show you. You'll be feeling good in no time. You don't even know how hooked you'll get. Gotcha. Bhaskar swiftly restrains Rogaro before his intellect could manage to put distance between them. The particular hold Bhaskar has on him is meant to increase pain on the joints the more the opponent struggles. The feeling is like entrapping oneself in a hell of one's own making. Let go of me, you idiot! The crowd doesn't need to see this! Hey, if you struggle too much, we won't be able to do anything fun. All of y'all stupid pervs, you and everyone, in the damn audience! Hey, you realize that's the point behind erotic wrestling, right? You've been angry like this for a while now. Do you really hate me that much? I do hate you! I hate you from the start! You entered my territory and started acting like a stupid mutt! I wanted to think you were different! So, you're talking about when we first met and talked how you're, wow, in this very spot? Damn it, why are you saying that out loud? I remember that day it just was well too, you know. I got it, how about we play those events right here and now? I think not! Well, really? And explain why you're so hard then. Just look at what we have here. Oh my god. Bhaskar starts to massage Rogaro's crotch while he continues to struggle in his grasp. Hey, don't just yet, you hear. Bhaskar's touch has transformed entirely from his travels in the Federation. That touch is nothing like it was long ago. If I remember correctly, you were the one first then, weren't you? Come to think of it, I got pretty nervous then. Hey Rogaro, I gotta ask you, is this all cause you like me? Sound amplifying magic mechanically picks up every word they utter. The audience can even hear the sounds being made from the two's tantalizing physical contact. Did you hear that? Even to him to say that. Shut it! My life had been so much more boring the whole time. I'm not gonna let you get away with turning my memories into some dirty scene. Crap! Despite being a veteran fighter, Bhaskar accidentally gives Rogaro an opening. It only takes him the blink of an eye for Rogaro to use it to escape from his grasp thanks to his wild instinct. Take that! Crap, the full moon! A dazzling perfect moon shines overhead. There's no time! With blood rushing so fast to his head, Rogaro loses consciousness and collapses onto the dusty ring. The thud. Rogaro? What's happening to you? Rogaro has no memory of what happened after that point. Crap! What am I gonna do? Bhaskar stretched out on simple bedding in the Colosseum's infirmary. Rogaro, still in his werewolf state, is unable to calm down as he paces around. The winner of the final match was determined to be Rogaro. The star of erotic wrestling had lost consciousness amid the turmoil in the ring. Utilizing a smokescreen, Gorbov unleashed to evade the pack of werewolves. Eduardo was able to carry the fallen star out of there. Gordov, this is all your fault! What is it that you're accusing me of having done? You knew full well that tonight would be a full moon, and you had me match against Bhaskar in my werewolf state! Before Agaro's very eyes as he regains his sanity on the ring beneath the glow of the full moon, the image of the motionless body of his dear friend collapsed in the dust became engraved in his mind. He'll turn into a stupid mutz once he wakes up. I just can't have that happen! I need Bhaskar to remain the way he is! Bagara bears his seat at Gordov as he glares at him out of sheer anger. You need to calm down. There are guys like me who end up being fine after being bitten. Bhaskar, the man of everyone's concern, has been in a perpetual state of slumber since being carried to the infirmary. Though his life was not in jeopardy, given how he had been bitten by a werewolf, he would surely transform into one upon awakening. My, oh my. What sort of trouble has my son, my pride and joy, done now, I wonder? Shut it! Now's not the time for you to be acting like my father! If you're gonna act like a true father, then do something about this! I'm begging you! Well, first, try to calm yourself. Surface dwellers turn into werewolves when they are either possessed by being defiled or in close contact with said magic. In some cases, a man would easily fall into a werewolf servitude, whereas others don't go down so easily. You have been with Bhaskar for quite a long time without incident, were you not? First, let's observe what happens when he wakes up. Hey, so you're basically saying you can't do anything? Simmer down. The people who have fought us and overcome ought to know exactly how to overcome an obstacle such as this. Thankfully, there are many such people gathered here. We must ask for their cooperation. People? How am I supposed to depend on them? Out of my way! I'm the headmaster of the Adventurers Guild of the Federation. Where's the fighter who got wrecked by those werewolves? Bhaskar, where is he? That guy is a registered adventurer. Edgar, wait! Good grief, my cloak is covered in dog hair. Edgar has been running around the arena fending off the pack of werewolves. As guildmaster, it is his duty to assist registered adventurers, which includes rescuing them at times. Judging from how panicked he is, this was no small matter to him. Hi, the rumors were true. Welcome back to Obsidonia. It's so great to see you again, Dragon King Barbaros. I understand that you're all in a hurry, but I ask that you lend us your strength at once. It pains me to say this, but the source of this werewolf fiasco is none other than my son. What's more, he has supposedly bitten his lover. Shut it! He is currently confined to slumber there. I beseech you, do you know of any method that would prevent him from turning into a werewolf upon awakening? Despite all the time that I've had at my disposal, I have never thought the day would come that we would be faced with the need to prevent someone from becoming an undead. We are at a loss as to what to do. There's no need to worry. The hero you speak of there is none other than Hallowed Fire. The hero of Hallowed Fire? Are you referring to Bhaskar? Precisely. Then why are you going out of your way of calling him Hallowed Fire? You call my brother Dullard and you call Kafka Intellect. Why can't you call people by their actual names? Those are their Eidos. Calling someone by his Eidos rather than by his name is far more proper. Do you not see his fists when he was fighting? Those flames prevent magic forces from taking hold as well as purifying him from defilement. The enroachment of werewolf magic is nothing to him. Although it is my assumption at best, I have dealt with many a troublesome hero. I'm quite used to accurately ascertaining the Eidos of an adventurer worthy of the title hero before actually extracting it. Well, there is one I can't quite guess just from looking at him. I suppose you're referring to me. I'll find out once I extract your crystalline good. Today's the day I deprive you of it. You'd best prepare yourself. You don't have to deprive me of it in the first place. I must say it was a little arousing to watch the spectacle despite it not amounting to much. What are you even talking about? Is Bhaskar gonna be fine or not? Is he gonna turn into a stupid mutt? Ugh. Ouch! My butt. Bhaskar! You okay? You didn't turn into a stupid mutt! Garu! Edgar's here too? Why are you here? Why wouldn't I be? I'm a paying customer. I came to watch your raunchy fight. Damn, the match. Did I lose? Of course you lost. I shoved it in ya, you climaxed, and then fainted. How come you had to win? You really need to learn what discretion means. Alright now, just drink this. Edgar passes over an expensive bottled recovery potion to Bhaskar. Ugh, this medicine smells. Don't need it. I've never gotten sick anyway, and I feel fine already. Just shut up and drink it. Oh. Are you sure you're okay? My body sure hurts like heck. My neck, shoulders, and waist especially. Oh, and my butt too. Bhaskar points right at the bite marks that dug into his soft, defenseless flesh by the beast before him. It's as if they were love marks. The marks don't appear to be festering. You're also hardly bleeding. You know you could have been a stupid mutt, right? They'll heal you up just like that. Oh, are you saying I look that stupid, huh? I'm just really relieved that you didn't turn into a stupid mutt. You have the nerve to say that after all you did. A werewolf hating his own servant werewolves that much, huh? None of y'all get it. I've been dying to butt into you for so long. You have absolutely no idea. But I guess there was no need to hold back. Huh? Because of how nothing happened when you did bite me. Is that it? Oh, so the Dragon King claims it's the case. Anyways, you ought to stop being so mean to the boy if you like him so much, son. It's so nice to finally meet you, Bhaskar. My name is Rothart. I'm a plain old composer. I also happen to be Rogaro's father. Hey, what? You're Rogaro's father? Quit making crap up. Why you gotta make things so complicated? I can't take it anymore. Oh man, you guys aren't gonna start doing it right here, are you? Leave the two by themselves. Alright, well I best calm down all the werewolves in the arena. Care to lend a hand, Ward? Yeah, sure. The werewolves, which had awoken due to the light of the full moon, were still in the midst of attacking the crowd of spectators in the arena. Of course, a large percentage of the spectators had thrown on themselves right into the chaos, having been totally enthralled by the stimulating match. You sure have a wicked heart for an old man, don't you? I mean, the one only good out of this was that those two were alright. I just suppose we bring an end to this werewolf fiasco. There's no need to bring an end to it. Come morning, they'll be all back to normal. The most we need to make sure of is that our equipment doesn't get too damaged. Gordov takes a special cigar created to pacify werewolves, lights it, and takes a huge puff on it. His demeanor makes it seem as if the hard work there were done. Werewolves wolf down adventurers to make them Breton. This year, the Colosseum of Obsidonia is their nesting ground. As for those who escape being infected, they'll at least have pleasure instilled in them. They'll be completely addicted to it. In other words, the spectators who came to the Colosseum today are now bound to this place. What? In other words, the spectator... What? Why is it a question mark? They are influential Sepian traders and Novok's riches from the Federation in their mix. The base point for trade as well as adventurers will shift over to Obsidonia. Once enough relics are in our possession, we'll be able to make an exchange business. You wanting to be a money changer? Correct, we'll operate a money exchange operation by exporting the relics for money. Exorbitant entrance fees and bets wagered were all paid for with relics from Obsidonia's layers. The relics themselves are largely unsuited for distribution in the state that they were unearthed. However, it is also just as difficult for adventurers to assess their proper value. A money exchange business would facilitate the exchanging of the relics for money, and be an institution Sepian traders and the Novok's riches of the Federation could trust. Of course, substantial handling fees and commodities would flow right into the pockets of the money exchange. Have you had all of this thought out the whole time? I've always decided to have my own country, even if I were just on a throne of smoke. Though our empires collapse, my fate is still tied to this land. I look forward to planning the next round of fights. Make sure that they're just as extreme and entertaining, Dward. Without waiting for Duar's response, Gordo walks away into the darkness of the Colosseum with the light of the moon shining on his back. That old man sure isn't one to mess with. Woo! Hey boy, good dog, good dog. You wanna become a fighter too? Well, at least he doesn't mind the werewolves.
So that is it for erotic wrestling. I apologize again for the mix between voices. Bright Summer Festival will be completely recorded in the newer voice because I'm a little bit more familiar with the characters. I actually prefer the old voicing of Rogaru. It was a lot more enjoyable. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all whenever. Bye bye!